Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank, tracking the COVID-19 vaccine, providing you insider information, and you'll hear directly from those who've had success getting an appointment.
All right, Hank, we're going to begin, though, with the snow coming down across Metro Detroit, making for some very slippery conditions out on the roads. And not a lot of relief coming either, because once the snow stops, then we get 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts and single-digit temperatures.
Yeah, we've already got 34 school closings, a list very likely to grow. Let's go ahead and get over to Ben with how much longer these snow showers will last, Ben.
Well, Kim and Devin, the good news is this stuff is winding up for a lot of us pretty quickly. The bad news is it came down fast and furious there for a period of about 3 to 4 hours, and you saw some of the results. Here's Storm Tracker 4, still seeing moderate and even some heavy snow showers, at least in our north zone. Once you get north of 59, see those dark blue shades that are showing up there in parts of Lapeer County, Oakland into Macomb County, and then down towards the 59 corridor. Further off to the south, though, things are starting to break up. You're seeing that snow become very light there in the western portion of Wayne County and further off to the west. So all that is starting to wane. But earlier tonight, in addition to the snow, some folks actually saw some lightning strikes. You can see a few of those popping there across the southern end of the state, but we're not completely done with the snow just yet. Cold front's going to sweep through overnight, so that stuff that's out there, especially in the north zone, that's going to last another hour plus. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot in the way of mix, even as temperatures do get a little bit warmer overnight. And then tomorrow morning when we wake up, that's when the winds start to kick in. 40+ mile-per-hour winds. And snow won't be falling, but it's going to be blowing that stuff around on the ground pretty good in some locations, so could see some visibility issues as we get started tomorrow morning. Otherwise, temperatures not going much of anywhere, and those wind chills are going to be in single digits throughout the day. Could see some lake effect snow showers late. That stuff looks inconsequential, but we've got even more snow and even deeper cold to discuss as we get further into the weekend. More on that in a few minutes, guys.
Okay, Ben, so things shaping up to be a messy commute for the morning. Local 4 News team will be tracking the road conditions overnight. We'll have weather and traffic updates on the 4s beginning at 4:30 a.m. Well, we could soon have another vaccine on the market. Tonight, Johnson & Johnson officially asking the FDA for emergency use authorization of its one-shot vaccine.
The FDA has scheduled a committee meeting for February 26th, where a group of independent experts could make a decision to give the vaccine the green light. Johnson & Johnson has said it could provide 100 million doses to the U.S. by the end of June. The big news here at home, Governor Whitmer announcing the pause on high school winter sports will be lifted Monday. Student athletes must wear masks, and if their sport doesn't allow for that, they must be tested. The announcement comes as the state reported 1,358 new cases, along with 74 more deaths.
Well, what is going on in Lansing? Last week, the governor called for unity. Since then, the GOP-led legislature has rejected her appointments as the back and forth continues over where COVID relief money should go. Mara McDonald live in Troy. And Mara, you would have to say the relations between the legislature and the governor are kind of like where you are right now, a little chilly.
It's a little chilly, Devin, that is for sure. And it doesn't show any sign of letting up soon. So we spoke to some decision makers in the Senate tonight, Republican and Democrat. Why is this happening and what happens next? Take a look.
Let's find common ground.
Last week in her State of the State address, the governor's message was all about unity. This week, the GOP-led Senate has summarily rejected all her appointments to things like the board at Grand Valley State.
This is one of the tools that we're using to say, Governor, let's sit down, let's have a real conversation instead of her talking at us, let's talk with us.
The GOP doesn't seem to think her call for bipartisanship is genuine and point to all those executive orders from last year, which the Supreme Court found not valid. Meanwhile, their Democratic Senate colleagues think this maneuver is childish.
What they're doing is saying we're going to spend time on rejecting appointments and not putting in place the governor's COVID plan. And if they don't like the governor's COVID plan, present one of their own.
In front of the legislature as we speak is how to divide up billions in COVID relief funds from the feds. Today, the House, also controlled by the GOP, passed a plan which in part ties some school funding to a bill which would have local health departments, not the governor, decide whether to okay in-person school or whether sports can be played.
It's going to come over to the Senate, and I think we're going to see the Senate process some kind of a budget appropriations in short order.
The reality is the governor would veto that provision. The rest of the plan puts millions into vaccine distribution, testing, and aid to businesses. It differs significantly from the governor's plan.
I'm having conversations with my colleagues saying, okay, what do you want? Like, how do we get to a place where we can at least get things done?
Back here live, Senator Ananich, who is the minority leader in the Senate, told me he anticipates that this COVID relief package just has to get done by the end of February, or there really is no excuse. Devin Kimberly, we're live in Troy tonight. Back to you.
Well, it's interesting, Mara. We did see a shift in the governor's policy today regarding high school sports, which a lot of Republicans in Lansing were kind of demanding. Now, she said that science led her decision rather than any sort of lobbying on anyone's part. But you have to wonder if maybe that might provide a little bit of daylight through the door.
Senator Nesbitt said, when I interviewed him today, he was pleased that that had happened. But I think, Devin, that at least from the GOP perspective, you've got people who have seen what they consider the governor working alone with no legislative approval for over a year, or going on a year now.
Right.
And I think this is their move to try and show her that they are displeased.
Snowplow right on cue behind you there, too. All right, Mara, we'll see what happens, by the way, with the Republican convention going on this week. This will no doubt be a big topic of conversation there. Kim.
Really will be. Okay. A man accused of using a machete in a deadly attack at a Pontiac home is now charged. 51-year-old Todd Siskowski of Independence Township is charged with murder, assault with intent to murder, and armed robbery. He was denied bond. Deputies say he attacked two men at a home near Perry and Glenwood Tuesday after the men wouldn't sell him drugs. 27-year-old Pontiac man was killed.
Hourly factory workers for Ford will see much smaller profit-sharing checks.
Ford is reporting it lost more than $1.2 billion in the past year. That means eligible UAW workers are set to receive up to $3,625 in profit-sharing payments. That's actually down 45% from the year before. The payments will be issued sometime next month.
Lawyers for former President Trump quickly rejected an offer to voluntarily testify under oath at his impeachment trial next week, calling that a publicity stunt request. The Senate could still move to subpoena Trump on a simple majority vote. That appears unlikely tonight, but that trial is slated to begin on Tuesday. The other big news in Washington, the House of Representatives voting tonight to strip controversial Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of her 2 committee assignments. The vote tally 230 to 199, so that meant 11 Republicans crossing party lines to join with the Democrats, and that included Congressman Fred Upton of West Michigan. The vote came after Greene spoke on the House floor, saying she regrets promoting false conspiracy theories in the past, including her support for QAnon. Michigan State Athletics received quite a gift today, $32 million donation.
Yeah, the gift was all thanks to billionaire Matt Ishbia, a former walk-on MSU basketball player who is now the CEO of United Wholesale Mortgage. He says Tom Izzo played a big part in the massive donation.
I'm hoping he's proud of me and I could show a little of my appreciation for the family feel that he's, as the not a great basketball player at the end of the bench. A lot of coaches can dismiss or not pay attention. Coaches will treat me like family. Mateen Cleaves treated me like family. Everyone treated me like family the whole time. That Spartan family is strong to this day.
Well, the university is holding a news conference tomorrow to reveal what they have planned with that $32 million cash donation.
You are a pretty good ball player if you can walk on at Michigan State. Give
That's
yourself a little credit,
you.
Matt.
Still ahead, the Senate votes a new proposal that could have a big impact on President Biden's stimulus plan.
How it could drastically change how many Americans are eligible for $1,400 checks. And here's Hank.
Are you waiting to get your appointment for the COVID-19 vaccine? Maybe you've had trouble booking an appointment for an elderly loved one. Well, tonight we have insider information. You'll also hear from those here in Metro Detroit who figured out a way to get that appointment. That story's coming up right after the break.